Joolse here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So what we're going to do is finish off the Back to Basics, the journal. So the last one, we got them stitched in. So this one was the Maduri style, and this one actually was stitched in, and it's on a hidden spine. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the book itself. So what I've got is I did some I cut them out. What I did was I cut squares out, and I put did a circle and cut round it to make corners, and the shapes that were left were these, and I thought, well, they'd make nice hinges. So that's what I'm going to use. We're going to have fake hinges, and it's just the cardboard. I've covered it with the Cadence Createx Natural Rust Effect. I did put the activator on. Oops, I did put the activator on, and then I just dabbed it with a little bit of the green gold and some of the bronze. Now, I am using fabric tack to stick these on, and because it's textured, it might just take that little bit longer. Now, I did put little marks. It's going on at, it's 8.5 inches, this, so these are going on at 4.25. And I've been messing on, so my nails are I'm just holding that on a bit. My nails are a bit coloured with the Cadence Vintage Cherry. And it will stick, it just takes a little bit longer to, that's it. And I made a mark at 4.25 there. It's quite nice, and then we've got these buttons. I don't know whether to stick them on that way. Yeah, I think I will. And what I did, I had some garden twine, so I just coloured it with some gold acrylic paint, and I thought that would go quite nice. So I think what we'll do is we'll do this one, and that's where I want it. So I'm just going to guesstimate the middle. And I've checked, it's brads I'm putting in, and I've got copper, brass and like a graphite silver, and I checked them and I liked the brass one the best, so that's what's going in. So we've got that one in, so there, and this one's going, let me have a look, yeah, that one's going there. And I'm just eyeball in the middle, or guesstimating as I like to say. Be careful when you're poking, using these, to make sure your finger's not behind it, because it can be sore. And I'm just going to make that one a little bit bigger, just so it's easier to get the brad in. I'll put the brad in this first. And what I'll do is I will cover the and then we'll have the string in this one. So don't put your brads too tight. Just let them so you've got a little bit of room underneath. I used acrylic paint for this, so it's making the string go a little bit stiffer, which is fine. And I'm just going to cut that little end off. And then what we're going to do is, I didn't put that one in too tight. And then we just that's enough. And what I'll do is I'll find some kind of charm to go on the end, and I'll use that again. So we can take these off. I don't think that's, oh, it has. It's stuck down. So there we are. If you wanted, you could put a brad through there, because that is the middle, so you would get a brad. You can even get brads with sort of like little loops on, so that you can hang charms off. You can actually use brads to, you know, decorate. But that's that. And what we'll do now, well, I'm going to let this dry. I'll come back, and then we're going to do a pencil holder, because we've got space there. So what I want is, I want a little cardboard holder to put your pen or whatever in that bit there. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, so I'm back. So we've let these dry, and they're quite solid. And I put the string on. It's also, I found a little charm. It's just an old bit of broken jewellery that I just put on. So what we want now is, we want to do the pen holder. So I was working it out in centimetres, so we want it about 3 centimetres wide. We want it to come up 1 centimetre and to go under 1 centimetre to make a box. So I've got that. That is 3 centimetres by 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre. And if you fold it round, I've not done any folds on it yet, and it's just a bit of cardboard. I think it's off a box of chocolates or something. And that will allow you to put at least 3 pens in it. So I'm just, and because we're wanting it 1 centimetre in depth, we need 1 centimetre at the bottom and 1 centimetre up. So what we need to do is we need to cut these corners out. And I've misplaced my scissors somewhere, so you can, if you want, leave a little flap to go in, but I'm not going to. And that's how it will go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that with paper. So move that out of the way. We'll get some paper. Alright, so we'll use this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that down onto the back, and then I'm going to cut it out. And because it's cardboard, I can press quite hard. And then you've got a journal with a pencil holder in, so if you're crafting on the go, I'm just putting it, doesn't matter if that white edge is on the bottom there. Excuse me. And if you get any bits that lift up, you can stick them with art glitter glue or PVA or whatever you're using. So there, I'm just we'll just make sure that that's and then we'll just bend that over. It doesn't matter if it comes away a bit there, because that's going to get stuck on the back like that. And I prefer to put the flap, if there's a bottom flap, on the back. If you have it inside, when you're putting things in, sometimes it catches, so you're better off having it that side. So I'm just going to stick these down. Now I am going to stick these down with Fabri-Tac. So we'll just and just make sure that you get your corners in and just hold it. And you can use a pencil to do the bottom, and then we'll bring this over, and again I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. and whoops, should have inked it first, never mind. I'm just inking the top. I've got fabric tack, and just place that where you want it and just hold it. Now if you want, you can put a flap, but just remember you need 1 centimetre to be stuck down, 1 centimetre to come up, and then the length of your flap. And there we are. I have a nice little pen holder. I've got a couple of these. And that's the normal size of a pen, so it, you know, you can stick that on there. And then when you have that closed, as you can see, it just fits in nice. So what we're going to do on this back bit, I've still not painted that or anything. What I want to do is I want to do an accordion pocket. I've done accordion envelopes, concertina envelopes with the different pockets, but I'm not putting it in an envelope this time. I'm just putting it down and a couple of pockets so that they're just open with a flap. So what I need to do is I need to measure this, and the whole thing is just under 5.5, so I want it about 4, so 4x4, which is 10 centimetres. So we'll get some paper, and what I'm going to use is just some magazine paper. So I'm just cutting this into 4 inches by 4 inches. I need to cut some off first, and this is just from the history magazine. It won't fit in my trimmer. Okay. So we want 4 inches. By 4 inches. Right, so we've got a pocket there, a pocket there. I'm just wondering, yeah, and then I'll do a normal paper one. So we'll do one to match this. Take these little white bits off. And okay, so we'll sort that out in a minute. Then we want a flap which will be 4 inches wide. it, if I've got that, then we have a flap on it, so we want it, yeah, about 4 inches, so I want 5. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick these pockets together, and this is our flap, so we'll move this out the way. So this is the flap, and that's the bit that's going to go into to stick on the back of the journal. This I'm just turning over just so it gives it a little bit more strength. Okay, just leave that there a minute. So what we need to do is we need to stick these on the 4. And you can stitch these, I mean you could do like an 8-inch and then fold it up if you want, or just do it like this. And it's a good way of using old book pages, magazine pages. You can stitch them around the edges. That's one. This one, and it's just a 4-inch square or a 10 centimetre square. So we've got one there, and this one was part of the fold, so we just need to do that up there. Just make sure your glue's sticking. And what I want to do, so that's the top, that's the top, and that's the top. So put them together because I want to put a thumb notch in it, and I want them all the same. So I'm just going to draw around this. And I'm going to put a bulldog clip both sides to keep them together because I'm cutting the 3 pockets. And I'm just going to ink the tops while I've got them together. It doesn't matter about inking the sides, just the front one. We'll move them out the way, and then we want that one. Don't want them sticking at the sides. And then what we need to do is we need to kind of the middle inch. and put them together, and again the middle inch. You don't want to stick them at the sides because you want them to open up like a wee concertina. And then this one goes on the outside. And as you can see, when I cut them out, I've turned them over, the flaps over a little bit, so that's fine. We'll just let them dry a bit. And then what we've got is we've got a concertina pocket for putting bits and pieces of ephemera in the back of our journal, and it will have a lid on it. So what I'm looking for now is my corner round it. And because I've been away, I've put things away and I can't remember where I've put them, as you do. Oh, there it is. So this is the flap. Move these out the way. Tidy my desk up a little bit. Bring this back in. And again, we just want the middle. I'm just wondering if we want the middle off that one. No, we want the whole thing on this one. Let me have a look what it looks like. Crikey, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. Now I'm going to do just the middle. So again, just the middle, but I am going to do along the bottom. And we're going to place this here. And we want that. I'm not going to put a policy pocket closure or anything. It's just a flap just to make it look nice. If you want to, you can put a policy pocket closure. But I'm not going to. And then just line your sides up and stick it down, and that's it. So by a policy pocket closure, what I mean is like 2 circles, like what we've done on the front, but I'm not going to. And then what we've got is we've got our pocket there, and then we can put our ephemera in there. And then you've got sort of like quite a, let me show you. For putting some, I mean, it still needs to stick. You need to let it stick first. But yeah, that's that one. We've got our pin. I'm trying to think, do I want something on this? let me have a look, see what we've got in here. Right, so no, that's too big. So I think what we'll do is we'll put that on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of tape over that. This is meant to be a journal card, but I'm going to use it as a pocket. I'm going to put that over there just so that, because I'm going to make it a back pocket as well. So I'm going to glue it down the side so you've got a pocket there and a pocket there, where normally you would use it as a journal card. We've got all nationalities. We've got Greek, German, Dutch, British writing. Very international journal. And I'm just doing it there because we've got that bit there. And then we can put, then anything that you put in there won't catch on the legs of the brad because it's been covered, but we'll wait for that. And then you've got your pocket there. So we've got our pocket there, well, 3 pockets, and we've got our little pen pocket there. So I think we'll leave it at that, and what I will do is we'll do, I'm going to put some lace on it, so that'll be another video where we're going to put lace on the edges. I might put some lace on this, I'm not sure. I've got blue lace and I'm not sure whether I like it. I like it on these. But I'll find some other lace to go on there. So I hope you get something out of that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.